as an entrepreneur, when you hit the level where you just make enough money, where enough money basically to eat food and have a house and all, when you hit that first level of being able to say, hey, I'm self-sufficient, your responsibility isn't to say, let me work harder to make more. It's actually to do the opposite. The moment you hit that point where you make enough money to sustain yourself, it doesn't have to be a lot. Whatever that number is to you, it could be $20, $30, $40,000, whatever it is. Your responsibility is to figure out how to work less, because that's what's going to allow you to make more. So one of the things I'm very cognizant of as I've gotten to this level, not saying what my number is okay, what do I not like doing? What am I not good at doing? What is just too much, is overwhelming now? What is not realistic scaling wise for my business? I'm constantly noting those things and asking myself, hey, what do I think nobody can replace me on? You know what I mean? Or what do I think is literally what brings me the most money back? Oftentimes, because we started a business, whatever it may be, we are the CEO and the janitor, and so we then get this mindset of just working harder all the time, and we never start thinking like a true CEO or a true business owner. We're thinking like a small entrepreneur, and we are small entrepreneurs. But you know how you stop becoming a small entrepreneur is by scaling your business, by delegating. And so for me, one of the things I'm kind of frustrated with, but I'm thankful for knowing I'm frustrated with, is the fact that, like, once I have sales calls, usually I have to send like a customized speaker proposal. I'm an inspirational speaker for anybody that's just now watching me, and so I'd write like little things about the problems they said they had, and I have to, like, customize a speaker proposal and send it to them to show I can fulfill the things they're looking to be solved. And I just don't want to do that. Like, I don't. It's more like I want to just do the sales calls, and you book me or you don't. I don't want to deal with the email. I don't want to deal with the contracts. So you know what that tells me? It doesn't tell me that I'm lazy. It just tells me what I need to hire out. And you'll be surprised, it's really not that expensive. And so you just got to hire it out. And what's crazy is the less work you do, the more money you make, because now you're multiplying yourself. Now the person that's doing it isn't burnt out. Now the person that's doing it is, that's all they have to do. They're not also speaking and traveling. Like, bro, I literally travel the country, speak at schools, and I do these YouTube, it's a lot of stuff I do, and it's stuff I like to do. I'm writing a book right now. I don't know if I want to say that, but I'm gonna say it. I'm writing a book right now. Yeah, it's okay if y'all know. And it's just like, that's where I want to pour my energy. If I spend my time doing things like a speaker proposal, which I'm about to do right now, it's gonna drain me. Bro, I've been literally sitting on the couch for 3 hours just saying, I don't feel like doing the speaker proposal. I don't want to do it. When I could have easily gotten to do the other things I really wanted to do, and somebody else could have done the speaker proposal in 15 minutes. But this gave me anxiety for 3 hours and caused me to lay in the couch, because it's not what I want to do. You got to just keep Xing the things you don't want to do. Now, I'm not saying that, you're not going to have to do some work you don't want to do when working a business, or even when you're doing a business that's about what you love. Like, I love speaking, but part of making a business out of your passion is things you don't want to do. So we got to be able to funnel that into other people. In the beginning, you can't do that, but to go from 40K to 80K, or to go to 80K to 160K, to go to 100K to a million, whatever it is, it's about working less. It's a crazy thing to think about, but it's what allows you to actually have the space to be creative, the space to breathe, the space to do more of that thing, the space to be more efficient. It hits a point where I have too many schools interested in me, and if I try to fulfill all that on my own, there's a lot I'm not even going to get back to, because I'm just so, overwhelmed. And now I'm not even the best person I can be for what I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to work hard. Who cares if you work hard? What are your results? You see what I mean? And you need to ask yourself, how much do you value your time? And I think sometimes we forget to do that. Like, if I'm getting booked to speak for this amount of money from 1 hour of my time, why am I spending my time way more hours doing something that somebody else would do for $15 every hour, 20? You know what I mean? We undervalue ourselves when we're trying to show value ourselves by being in a business. We think but then we're not respecting our time. And you need to start respecting your time, because we don't know how much time we have on earth. So capture it, get it back, once you've made enough money where you can consistently say, I'm gonna make about this amount of money, maybe at the corners, but you can for sure say, look, I can make enough money to buy me some Chipotle and split it. I don't know what y'all do with, but you know what I mean, make enough money. And so but your next job is to scale. Now I will say, and this is me ending it off, in the first couple years of business, and this is something I realized, when you're trying to scale, sometimes you can take major losses because you're figuring out what is the best way to scale. And sometimes the ways that you think are the best ways to scale aren't the best ways to scale. Some things are bad investments, but you won't know they're bad investments until you invest them, or you get somebody to tell you. And even if somebody tells you, that may work for them and not work for you. And so, it's going to take you taking some L's, but eventually you'll figure out a system where you're literally like hands off of a business and you're in freaking Cabo and the sales are still being made. You know what I mean? So I think it's about, first getting to that point, investing what you can, learning from all the failures. And then when you find the system that works, take your hands off the wheel. Now, obviously check on things, blah, blah, blah. But don't let your pride or ego get in the way of you actually making more money, actually getting more time to spend with your family or do whatever you want, and actually become a better version of yourself for the thing you're trying to accomplish. I'm going to be able to impact more people the less work I do. You know how crazy that is? Because I'm putting people in places that don't involve me acting in my calling. See what I mean? This is a very particular video for a certain person. Like, comment, subscribe. I do videos on a whole bunch of stuff. See y'all on the next one. Peace. I appreciate you.